All right, guys, don't forget about Underdog Wireline, man. I'm doing a quick shout out for these guys. You know, they've been sponsoring us since day one almost, man. So it's a great guys, great company. You know, if you need a logged, perfed, you know, they do completion, open hole. They got they got drop guns, man. They got lay down machines. They got all kinds of stuff, dude. So check them out. Don't forget, I'm gonna put the number up right here. Look them up, man. They're great people. They know how to get it done. I worked with them personally out here, you know, especially on the wireline side. So I know exactly what they're doing. Their hands are out there helping out. So I've said it before. I'll say it again, man. Hit them up. They're the best out here. Give them a shout out, dude. Also, we got Collide, man. Collide.io, man. They're doing great stuff. It's a great oil and gas community you can get onto. You can ask questions, get questions answered. You can speak people, meet people. It's a great little community you can get into. You can also have like a Collide GPT where you can ask questions and an AI platform will try to answer it back, man. They give you great answers you can use. Also, they have a great YouTube-like platform that you can use. And you can search up any type of video that's oil and gas based and you can get all kinds of stuff. So if you need like a refresher, you're going out to a job, man. You don't know sometimes. Maybe you got a couple of things in your head running. Well, now you can get it. You can watch it. You can learn it. And then you can also walk to the country, man, with some confidence, man. So check them out. It's a great platform. It's Collide.io. It's free. Sign up now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Patch Boys back here with a special guest today, man. And Tomas Christian, he's here with us again. Solo dolo this time. We're going to get to the nitty gritty. We're going to get to the good shit. And so we wanted to bring him in. We want to go ahead and get it, you know, right at the beginning, in the middle, at the end. But, you know, Tomas is going to be doing Bass and Burnout. It's March 29th at the Midland Horseshoe Arena. So about what time are you going to be out doing your thing?
I'm going to be playing at 12:30.
12:30?
Yes, sir. We're going to be playing out there during the day, just getting everybody warmed up, give them a little creative flow. My boys from Lux Solar Solutions, ProPetro, they're all going to be there, have their barbecue stands and stuff like that, barbecue trailers. It's going to be cool. Shout out to my boy Eric. Shout out to my boy AJ.
Nice. Yeah, man. So y'all get out there, check them out at 12:30. There's gonna be barbecue and all the whole shit, and the Patch Boys don't have anything in it besides supporting Tomas.
Hey.
So you know that's the whole deal. That's the whole deal. So y'all go out there, get some barbecue, and you know check them out. Yeah. So man, appreciate you for coming, man. It's an early one for anybody who's listening right now. It's fucking 10 a.m. We're in here getting this shit done. Yeah. We all got a lot of shit to do. We're all busy and shit, and we needed to get this done. You know, we wanted to have Tomas in here before, you know, the Bass and Burnout. So yeah, man, we really appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate you guys for having me. Always, it's a pleasure, man.
Yeah, sure. I mean, honestly, it was like you know, I know you reached out recently. We talked about a minute ago, but like, you know, we were getting kind of busy, and I was just like, man, it's coming up, and I was like, we got to do it, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty proud of you, man, to be on that show. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
You know, and you, what are you, like one of the only locals, right? Or,
yeah, I mean, I'm on the main day. From what I know, I'm the only person playing that day before you know, Louis the singer, my boy in Midland. It's gonna be cool, man.
What's it feel like? I mean, like you are like the Midlander, bro. Like what? I mean, you got Midland up there. You got Louis the singer. I mean, that's pretty awesome, man. You know, that's a big accomplishment.
It's an honor, man.
That's a beautiful lineup.
It's an honor. Like, I'm just so blessed and thankful that I have the opportunity to do what I love to do and be around awesome people doing it. And I mean, my boy called me the other day. He's like, "You're a hometown hero, bro." I'm like, "What?" You know, because in my mind, it's like, I don't really, I used to like be real big headed about things like this, but now I'm just like, man, it could have been anybody, and it's me, so I'm thankful, you know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. But yeah, we see you out there hustling, man. We know you've been going hard and you know, trying to get out there and in a more clean and hardworking way. We could see it, you know what I'm saying, compared to before. So we were just talking about that.
That was Tomas Christian. That wasn't Tomas Christian. You know, I'm not gonna lie, man. I used to party a lot. I used to just avoid a lot of things personally in my life. I didn't like to take responsibility for a lot of my own actions. I didn't want to face that inner self. And my mentor, Eric, man, he straight up like called me out on it. He's like, "Man, you've been digressing." He's like, "I know into the outside public, everybody thinks that you're doing great." He's like, "But I could see it. Like, that's not going to help you. You're destroying yourself. You need to lock in, and you need to work, and you need to grind, and you need to make sure that your goals are going to get achieved, that you're not just out there trying to have a good time." And so, like, to have somebody tell you the truth like that, it's important to have those people around you. So I just kind of Man, I still drink. Don't get me wrong. I have a Chilton, vodka waters. You know, a little light. Not so much on the Fireball, Twisted Tea anymore.
Yeah.
But really just being more intentional with everything I do. Trying to work hard, trying to grind. I had a job. I actually went on this again full time, only for the fact that we're writing a new album. I mean, dude, I have so many albums, but this one's going to be called Manifest. And it's just talking about good things, man. Good things. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be an occasional party song in there. And I'll show y'all some soon. But, you know, I want it to be like country music should be. A good message, good story. We got Cowboys Live On, Diamonds in the Sky. The Red Hills of Utah, Mars and the Moon. I mean, we're just writing a lot, nice, man. I'm just blessed enough to finally have gotten out of that phase. Just living life, man. Just really working hard and getting things done.
That's awesome, man. I mean, you know, like not that there's nothing wrong, like, because you see us, man, every now and then episode we have a few beers,
For
you know,
sure.
we have a good time, you know, but it's like, you know, there's party and there's business, right? And I guess what you're doing is putting business straight up forward, and that's what you're going for.
Man. Yeah. And when I did that, and I put that first, and I said, you know what, if I'm gonna be the best, I gotta study guitar even more. I gotta do my vocal lessons every day. I need to make sure that I am prepared, because I put this on my Facebook the other day. When consistency meets opportunity, that creates success. When that hard work every day, when nobody sees it, meets an opportunity, and dude, I've been in rooms, like, I'm telling you, my manager will be at Leyenda, or we'll be at Venecia, or we'll be at, like, anywhere, Hoop and Barrel even, and it's like, go get your guitar from the car, and I'll just start singing, bro, and I mean, it gets to the point where they turn the music down and they'll let me do my thing, and I love that. And to be in those opportunities and those spaces and putting business first and saying, hey, you know what, if this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, you best believe I'm going to do it everywhere and anywhere that I can.
That's cool, man. I get that, man. It's like what they say with rappers, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be ready to freestyle at any moment,
at any
right?
moment, dude.
So that's pretty dope, man. I like that. That's taking initiative and you know, you're grinding. So that's great, and it's paying off, you know, because Bass and Burnout is like we were talking about, like it's so fresh to us too, like we don't know, but it seems like it's gonna catch on really well, right? There's nothing to West Texas like fucking barbecue, dude, and you know,
right? Barbecue
country music,
and Midland,
bro. It's just, that's what it is, man. So I think it's a badass, you know, thing that they're doing. So
shout out to Kirk, man. Kirk he's from Lubbock, he's from Levolution. He's the one who got me on the show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, dude, I don't even know why me, to be honest. That's why I'd be asking that question. I'm like, why me, man? But, hey, I'm here. I'm blessed, and I thank God every day, bro, for real.
Yeah, for sure. You'll show them for sure, man. We have no doubt. No doubt at all.
You know what's crazy is that I knew you went to Moab, right? And we're talking about it because he was there all week. But, you know, I thought it was crazy is that you go to Moab for, like, vacation or just hang out, right? You're riding ATVs, whatever, side backs, right? I can't even think. Razors
the side-by-side.
But then he's over there playing at a bar, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that's so cool. Like, you just, hey, you know what? I'm going to go play tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'm telling you, this is how I know I'm meant to do this. I'm telling you, because we did go ride side by sides, and I was scared shitless, bro. Like, I was like, oh, we're going up that, you know, we're doing that too, you know. But we went to this place called the Blue Pig, and it was like we were having dinner, and it was like one of the first places we were having dinner at, and it was just so crazy because as soon as we sit down, this lady, her name was Lisa. She's an older lady, and she goes, hey guys, I just want to let y'all know tonight's community music night. Anybody who wants to come up here and sing? I was like, right here. You know, I'll go. Yeah, I was the first one to walk up. She let me go up there. I'm thinking I'm going to play one song, right? So I play one song. I'm like, all right, thank you guys so much. And she's like, no, stay up there. Do like 5 more. I'm like, oh. All right, we're turning this into a concert. Let's go.
That's so cool.
It's just so fun, man. And it's like to find music everywhere I go and be able to do it. It's the coolest thing, bro, for me.
Yeah.
I have a blast. Like I said, I was telling you earlier, it's like a job you don't get paid for yet. You're doing it purely because you love it. And like for me, being in an oil field full time, making bank, and then saying, okay, let's lock in. We got to do this again. We got to get this album done. I have to give it my full attention. I'm not going to be able to work for full time anymore. It's a big step, bro, and it's hard sometimes, but I'd rather put in effort for what I want to do, you know, than for somebody else.
There's sacrifices you got to make for everything.
100%.
Everything, man. So,
and that's one thing you notice you are pretty hungry, man. Like I know whenever Ishmael had the best car, you know, he put himself out there like, hey, find out. Like, I shot at them, like connected, and that was it, bro. And I was like, that's so cool because you wanted it, bro. And
oh,
like,
dude,
awesome.
I noticed they didn't have any. You know, I was like, man, we got to come on, let's go. And man, they blessed us, bro. They blessed us. They paid us really well. We got my boy Sharpie up there. He does production for PBS. And so he's been helping us out. My boy David Segovia, man, he's amazing. He does all the backline and makes sure that the show runs good, like a stage manager. But he also plays the bass. My boy Jeff on the drums, man, he's one of the coolest drummers I've ever met in my life. Most drummers are crybabies. And he's like, man, he's so serious about it. He takes every single beat, like he makes sure. And if you get it wrong, you best believe he's gonna tell you, bro. He's like, man, that's not it. I mean, there's times I'm playing live and he's like, nope. You know, and I'm like, oh snap, you know. But he's great. And then my boy Coop, man, legend. Cooper, man, I call him Cooper Trooper. He can play the freaking guitar, man. Like, he's so humble about it too. He's like, I just made this, you know, hey, what do you think of this? And he's just playing it like off the dome. And I'm like, bro, you're gonna be bigger than everybody. Like, you're gonna be like, you know. So shout out to all my peeps, man. They really take care of me. They really make sure that we get these shows done. And I'm telling you, hungry, when you're hungry for it and the people around you are in the same mode, that best Turkey Fest, man, Ish, Joel, all them brothers, man, they were some of the nicest people, man. Nicest people I've ever dealt with. I mean, just humble, just like, hey, what do you need? To give me and my band all turkeys, dude. Like, it was just cool, man.
Yeah, they're really dope people, you know what I mean? And we all, you know, hold them in high regard. I think everybody here in West Texas they have friends everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At all ages, right? The brothers, they're at different ages, and at all ages, like people know them, people know who they are, and people speak highly of them. So shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
All love to them, man. So
to best,
to
right?
best, man, for sure.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you, because you are doing all these impromptu kind of like sets, you know what I mean? So I don't know if doing that now, do you still feel like the pre-show jitters or any of that shit,
dude,
or is it
100%?
Is it more like if you're going to do something like planned, or is it the same as, hey, get your guitar, let's go right now? You feel the same shit, or how does it feel different?
I'll tell you right now, bro. Like, for me, I still freak out, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even now I'm nervous. I'm nervous right now. You know? And I'm not even doing nothing. I know there's going to be a point where I want to be able to play, but it's just like Utah. As soon as I sat back down after, like, when I went and signed up, I'm like, oh, what's up? You know, like, all confident, blah, blah, blah. As soon as I sat down, I'm like, oh shit, I want to do this, man.
What I do?
It could be in front of two people, and honestly, it's when there's a smaller crowd. That's when it's scarier for me. Anyway,
Really?
it's like it's more of an intimate thing. Now I can be more comfortable. I can be goofy. I could say stuff. I could call people out. Like, I go play at the Hemingway all the time. Shout out to Susie. She runs it over there. But I mean, just getting involved with the crowd, freestyling country songs. There's an older gentleman, and he's like, I want you to write a song right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh? And he's like, I ain't getting over you until you get out from under him. I'm like, all right. So I'll just start playing, and I'll just freestyle, and then I'll start calling people out, their jackets, their hats, their, you know. But I'm still nervous, bro. It's the craziest thing. It's like, it doesn't go away for me. What I was told is, like, if you're nervous about something, you care.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
true. Yeah.
That
care
does
a lot.
correlate, man. Like, and it happens to us too. Like, when we're gonna have someone on, like, even you're like, man, am I really prepared for this shit or not? Like, we were for real. Like, we ask ourselves, like, am I ready? Like, today is fucking 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, man, fuck, am I ready for this shit or what?
I woke up and said the same thing. I'm like, man, what am I gonna even talk about? Like, you know. But I will say, like you said, you think sometimes, like, man, am I even ready for this shit? That's why I told you earlier, like, sometimes I'm like, why me?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not like the greatest guitar player. I'm not the greatest singer. But for some reason, God just keeps opening these doors for me, bro. Like when one closes, one 10 times bigger opens up. And it's just like every time. And that's why when we were at Horseshoe, I was like, man, don't give up. Mm-hmm. And I was telling people, and that TikTok kind of took off a little bit.
It did, man. Yeah, it did.
And it's just such a true thing, man, when you really don't give up. And what I learned is that consistency. Like, even when you don't want to do it, even when you don't feel like you can, the whole point is, like, not stopping. And if you just don't stop, no matter what, someday, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be next year, but there's going to be a point in time when you look back and you're like, oh, shit, look how far I came.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't stop. If you let those little battles that you lose, because we all lose battles, you have to have enough duality to understand, like, that negative stuff, you have to turn it into a positive. Man, dude, some crazy stuff happened. I did a Christmas party for the Home Depot, and my grandma passed away that, like, 10 minutes before I had to go on stage.
Shit, man. It's hard to hear that.
And I appreciate that. But it was like the craziest thing, man, because I was like, this is like one of the worst things that could have ever happened to me. And now I have to go up here and play for the next hour and a half and act like everything's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
But you have to turn it into a positive. It's like, man, she wouldn't want me to stop. She wouldn't want me to quit right now. I have to keep going. So when you can find those little things and tell yourself, hey, you know what? This isn't what I thought it was going to be. It's not what I expected for sure. And it's not what I want it to be. But I'm going to make the best of it. And if you keep that mindset and you just keep moving forward, man, bro, I'm telling you, just the blessings. Yeah. Every time I've wanted to give up, every time I've wanted to quit, and I didn't, and I just held through, I'm telling you, it's like just a little hill you go over, bro. And God's like, okay, you passed that test. That's what I was testing you for. Here you go. Boop. Now you're on base and burnout. Hell yeah.
and it only takes one, man. You know, it's crazy because the main thing me and Ricky do, like when we talk to people, whether it be fighters, singers, whatever, and something that I do personally is try to find that common ground we live on, right? And for you guys, it's the same thing as for us, right? We don't really know if anything will come of it, right? Just like I'm sure you have you're unsure of things sometimes, right?
100%.
But it only takes one. So just like in the entertainment world, it only takes one song that you write to really catch fire.
To really go.
And the sky's the limit. And it's the same thing. Like we say every day, we don't know which one is going to be or what phrase we're going to say or what joke we're going to say or what video Ricky's going to put out or whatever. But it only takes one to go viral, and then all of a sudden you're fucking Hawk Tua and you got a fucking podcast.
You got your own got your own digital currency and everything.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. Which she's fucking paying for that.
Yeah, did you see that?
yeah, she's paying for that shit. But you know what? It's funny. It's funny that in this world everybody has something to correlate. So people out there, I'm sure, can identify with a lot of that stuff, and they're like, man, you know. It only takes one. Maybe I start making fucking TikToks, or maybe I start fucking this, that, and the other, you know?
I mean, I have friends that never made videos before, and, I mean, it's not that I convince them. I'm just like, bro, if that's what you want to do, I mean, social media is a huge tool. Now, don't get me wrong. I used to get lost in that stuff, and there's even times now that I'm like, okay, I'm spending way too much time on this.
You got to take a day off.
You got to take a day or two off, and it's just because we feel like we have to lean on it so much. But I was talking to my mentor, and we were talking about that in Utah. He's like, man, it's like, Thomas, you got to understand, when you just are you and your art speaks and it's time, it's going to be time. He's like, so don't let that consume you so much where you're like have to rely on that and you're like hoping that's what gets you big. Because from what I've been learning about the music industry, it's like, it's pay to play, dude. Yeah. Straight up. It's like if somebody likes you enough, if somebody really like fucks with you, they're going to do the most for you. I mean, dude, my friends they're so great because everywhere I go, I mean, they're always hyping me up. Yeah. Even if I'm not there, they're just hyping me up, man, just spreading the good news. And I do the same for them and any of my friends that are wanting to get put on, you know. And it's like, dude, I see an opportunity for my boy right here. I can throw him in there real quick, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like an insane thing, bro. Just I lost track of thought for a second.
Everybody does that.
Yeah, but it's one of those things, you know. Yeah. Social media. It's just like when you just kind of let it do its thing naturally, it's fine. Like there's been videos that have went viral for me naturally. I mean, 1.5 million views, and it just blows up overnight. And then you have to maintain that. You can get lost in the maintaining. Because I remember there's videos, dude, I'd be putting out, and I archive so many. I'd be like, "What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tomas Christian." I'm like, "Why am I doing this? I'm not a YouTuber. You know, I'm an artist. I'm a country musician. Like, you know, like do that on certain occasions, yeah, and spread some good news. But I'm like, man, if I'm gonna be a singer, I gotta be known for singing. Yeah."
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it for sure.
But you're right about the likes and all that stuff. Like, because like I put reels out, and I remember at first I'll be looking at them like all day, baby.
Yeah, like oh, dude, I got another one. Okay, who's looking at it now?
Yeah, that shit worked. That shit. And it's funny because we'd repeat it. We'd kind of repeat the same process, the same formula in the video, and we wouldn't get shit.
It wouldn't.
So. I mean, we kind of decided like halfway through, like, man, fuck social media. We're just gonna
straight up.
We're gonna put it out there, and we're gonna do our thing, and whatever comes out of it comes out of it. Man.
I used to be so delicate on those things, and there'd be times where I'd get 300, 400 likes, and you know, I'm over here thinking I'm the man, and then I'm like, why do I even care? You know, like, why do I care about this? I shouldn't. I should just share what I'm doing, because what I've learned too, like I said about the music industry and social media, like your songs and your posts, and maybe I look at this the wrong way, and maybe I'm not knowledgeable enough on it, but this is how I see it personally. Each one of those is like its own account. Each one of those is like its own line of income, right? Not yet. It's not there yet. But I've been releasing music a lot recently. Like I just released one today, actually, last night at midnight. And it's not exactly how I want it, but it's the best that I have for the time being. I recorded it in my room, bro. You know what I mean? Mastered it, mixed it myself. So it's not great, but it's good.
Yeah.
But building those things up, because like you said, when you get that one and it blows up, all the rest are going to follow.
Yeah, they'll follow.
And then now I think it's 1 million views on Apple Music gets you 6 racks.
Yeah.
So imagine you have 10 songs with over 1 million views, and you're getting that every quarter. Wow. And then you put money behind a music video, which funnels them back to your song, which is building it even more.
Yeah.
So there's like a bunch of ways you can do it. And like I said, it's more of a pay-to-play deal, man. It's like if you have the good enough product, it's going to do great views on its own. Yeah. But you have to throw something behind it, just like any other business. It's just advertising at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I think you have to stay relevant, right? Like you just, even if it's whatever, just throw it out there and then leave it alone. Like that's kind of what we do. I think
that's what we do.
Man, and honestly, like lately, it's like I've been like that where I don't even want to look. Put it out and then I'm done. Like it's like not worth it no more. You know what I mean? Like
the only thing that I've found out that they really care about, like industry people, is just the reach that you have.
Yeah.
So like on Instagram, I get about 80,000 people a month. I don't have 80,000 followers, but that's how many people view my stuff. On
traffic.
Facebook, 77,000.
Yeah.
And that's in the last 30 days. So every month I'm getting that amount consistently. So, and now I only have like 7,000 on Instagram. I only have like 3,500 on Facebook. So imagine I have 20,000. Now you're reaching like 500,000 people or more. If you have 50,000, and then it just grows. That's all they care about.
That's where the stories and the shorts and all that shit like are so valuable to people. You know what I mean? And like Ricky puts out really good shorts and videos and stuff, and I know eventually it's just gonna pay off, because like you see these podcasters and fucking celebrities and all this shit that do stuff that is clipped. They used to do stuff that was clipped and is barely surfacing, and they weren't famous back then. Like I see a lot of podcasters too that like they weren't famous for shit, and they said one dumb shit or something like that, and now all of a sudden everybody's clipping their shit,
reposting,
putting it on. It's not even them; they're a bunch of other people are clipping their shit and putting it on. So you say one viral fucking thing or whatever, and that shit just
blows up.
Yeah,
and like I said, then everything else follows, and that's why you start seeing all these reels, and you're like, who's that? And you know, that's why the industry plants, bro. Like that's the exact same thing they do. They'll have all this stuff in the background, like you said, just posting consistently, and then they're like, all right, your first single, we're gonna put a budget of $150,000 behind it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And then everything else is there, and you're like, oh wow, I never knew this guy. He's already had this out. Oh, he has an album out. Oh, let me go listen to it.
It's crazy. Like on the TikTok famous shit, like for music, is wild. To me, it's wild because you end up not. There's songs that I never fucking listened to. And then all of a sudden, I'm on TikTok and I keep, like, I'm swiping, I keep hearing that shit. It'll be on fucking political posts. It'll be on fucking, funny comedian shit. Like these songs that become TikTok famous, you don't even end up caring about the lyrics of the entire song. You just like none of that shit. Like Kendrick Lamar is a perfect example to me. Kendrick, like, to me, like, his old shit is way superior to what he's doing right now. But right now, the kids, all these little, like, the whole mustard shit.
Mustard.
Oh man, bro,
I haven't even seen that.
That whole mustard shit is funny because
everything.
Really?
Nieces and nephews and whatever, they're watching this fucking Super Bowl and they're going ape shit for that part with mustard. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, what does that fucking even mean? Or I was like, you guys don't even know what the fuck. I'm like, that's the fucking producer's name, man. And I'm like, and I'm telling them, and they're like, oh, I just thought they were just yelling mustard just to yell mustard. And it's a fucking TikTok thing. Yeah. And it's going crazy. It's so fucking wild, the shit that goes crazy. Now
it's programming, dude. And especially the younger kids, dude, the younger generation. What I've learned, like, I have a lot of young fans, bro. And that's kind of why I calmed down too, because I want to be a good example. Like, man, my friend was telling me, he's like, you gotta be like a country boy like that. I am, don't get me wrong. They've been putting me on these farms, bro. They've been putting me like out there in the middle of nowhere, like actually doing this, because don't get me wrong, I grew up in Gardendale early on and stuff, but it's like really being about that life and being, that cowboy code. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had got a video sent to me, and I didn't have these people on social media. Like, I wasn't following back, and I go look at my requests sometimes because there's people inquiring about shows and things like that. And I seen this profile, and it was like, hey, we're getting turned up to Fireball, and they sent a video. So I click on it, and it's like these younger kids, dude, just drinking Fireball and shotgun and Twisted Tea. And then I was like, I don't want to be known for that, you know, like straight up. Like, I don't want to be known. Like, don't get me wrong, having a good time. Everybody knows me. Absolutely. You know, I love having a good time. But it's like, at what point is the line, you know, for me? Like, I don't want to be pushing these alcoholic substances. Now, don't get me wrong, like, High Noon. I got a song we're writing. It's like, LBJ, July, High Noon, sipping. You know, like, I get that, having a good time. But... yeah, man. I'd rather be known for pushing like a good agenda. You know, hey, have a couple beers, you know, drink, have a party song, but like in fullness, I'd rather have good vibes. That's why the album's called Manifest, because it's really just talking about the life I want, straight up, and the women I want, and I say women, but like, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
A woman at some point.
Yeah.
It's women until it's a woman, brother. We're all went through that shit, right?
That's what we have a song called Cowboys Live On. It's like, Cowboys live on, we're still drinking whiskey. We still saddle up like my granddaddy taught me.
Hey everybody, Patch Boys here. We want to do this quick short so we can provide some information about our new sponsors, Underdog Wireline. You can see I'm wearing their merch here. So I just want to tell you a few things that they provide. Of course, they're in Wireline. In Wireline, they provide pump down, logging, pipe recovery services, and as well production work. And some of the other stuff that they provide, they have emergency shower trailers and cool down trailers for rent. At the end of this, we're going to put their contact information. They believe in us, we believe in them, and I think we're a match made in heaven. We appreciate all the support, and we hope that you support Underdog Wireline as well. Thank you guys. Hey, what's up everybody? Patch Boys here with some more exciting news. So we got a little partnership going with Colin McClellan, also known as Frack Slap. You guys know him from the podcast. And, of course, the people from the industry know him as the Roughneck from West Texas, doing big things, right? So he's got a new app coming out. It's called the Collide app. It's a community-based app for oil and gas industry. It's a public forum, basically, where you can go join in conversations with other people that are like-minded or have like jobs in the oil business or different jobs, right? It also has a YouTube like platform where you can search videos and learn about anything in the oil field. It features AI. You can also ask direct questions to and get a direct answer really quick. Man, and if you're looking for a job, Collide Jobs is there to help, man. This is an all-inclusive app, fantastic for the oil and gas industry. I hope you guys can join the Patch Boys there. Thank you. Hey, what's up, everybody? Patch Boys here, showing the new merch drop from Tejas Hustle, man. Man, they got amazing hats. They just gave us a plethora of hats to show off. We got some corduroy hats, nice and soft, light as a feather. Some trucker hats, man, that you're used to wearing out in the patch. Looking amazing. We got some hunting gear. You know what I'm saying? Little orange love right there. And this hat that we're wearing right now, which Ricky's going to gush over in just a few seconds, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate Texas Hustle for hooking us up, man, making us look good.
Oh, yeah, man. We love it, man. We appreciate all the support. Like he said, I'm loving this hat, bro. This hat right here, look, man, it looks good on both of us, bro. And we got two different types of heads. So check them out, man. And, these guys support us. If you're looking for any shirts, you're looking for any decals, you're looking for any cowboy gear, something, man, check them out at tejashatco.com. Look at their links on the bottom of our description on the episodes, and you can be able to get them. So support them like you support us. If you love us, you love the Permian Basin, you love the oil and gas industry, you love this local thing we got going, check them out, man, because they're doing great stuff, and we appreciate their support.
Shop local, and don't forget, keep on hustling, baby.
There you go.
We chase them sunsets and the Mexican women.
Yeah.
Cowboys like us live on through me type thing. But it's cool.
Man.
So
that's pretty neat, though. I mean, like, how you just put these songs out like that, man, you know?
I'll be 100, bro. I was at a point where I used to write all my stuff. And don't get me wrong, there's people beforehand, and I'll give them their flowers when the time is, or if they ever ask for it, whatever. Like, I have no problem with that. But there's times, like, I do write music with people, but it's very rare that you could find people that they're not trying to take over the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's really hard to write with people who, like, you can start a song. Like, I have a song, it's like... So I'm playing that, and I'm like, hey, I have this written. Show them what I have written, and then they help me finish the song. Like, that's what I like, because I still have my opinion in there. I still have a piece of me in that song. But then there's people that you try to write with, and they're like, no. It should be this. It should be this. And you're like, oh, maybe I want to try it this way. And that's okay. If it doesn't work, then we can go to your way. But you got to be open-minded and let the music win and understand that it's not about you at all. It's about just getting it out there, what you need to say. And so, like, my boy Eric Reyes, man, he's been mentoring me a lot. And just, I mean, from the looks of it, I mean, nothing's on paper, but... I really want him to be my manager, man. He's really shown me, like, he puts effort into it. He really, like, puts me in places, good places, and he's actually showing me, like, hey, this is something that you could do. Like, let me help you do it the right way.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, he freestyles, bro, like, straight up. Like, that song I was just, like, strumming a while ago, he ended up freestyling, like, no lie, 3/4 of that song. Like, I had the first verse and the chorus written down, and then he went in there and just started writing the verse. Like, I'm strumming and he's singing while I'm strumming, and it's like the most coolest, like, it's the coolest thing ever, bro, to find people like that. And then we write it down, and I'm like, oh, what do you think of this here? What do you think? Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's try it.
Yeah.
So just like, I mean, I went through that phase of trying to do it all by myself, and now I'm understanding, okay, you need a team, bro. You need people that help you. And putting the songs together, dude, it is beautiful. Like, there's songs that I'll write by myself, and it's just, I don't even know. Like, sometimes I'll re-listen to it, and I'm like, dang, did I mean that? Like, wow.
Yeah.
That wasn't that, damn, who hurt me?
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, it's not me, man. It's God. I'm telling you, it's all God, and it's all glory to him. And I'm glad I have the opportunity to be on here, because I really want to show people that I have matured. And I'm still growing, and I'm a young man. I'm only 23. I turned 24 in 2 months. Yeah. So I just got to make sure that I'm on the right path and moving forward, and just staying humble, man. That's all it's about.
Yeah, I mean, you're still going through shit. A lot. I think country music over a lot of stuff. Like, I know like, rap is thug inflationary. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call it, right? These guys inflate the thug persona and stuff like that. In country, I think it's and I've come to like that about country. I'm not a big country guy. Never have been. It's just not ever been really my style. But I've come to appreciate that country doesn't necessarily inflate any particular persona.
Yeah.
They just kind of, it's the best storytelling music that I've ever heard. Even that includes Mexican music that I grew up listening to. There's some people that do it really well, but in country specifically, they're really good at breaking down the story. Like I'm a big fan of Big X the Plug because he does that.
The biggest.
Yeah, man. He does that, and it's funny because people are like, fuck, it's the same. Every song you turn on, it sounds the same. Yeah, but you're fucking up because
you're not
in
listening.
in every song, if you listen to Big X, he really is dropping a story in every song.
Yeah.
And it's badass. I like it. And so country, I've come to appreciate it in that sense where they're storytelling. I love country love songs.
Dude.
That's where I live because they lay it down, man, and they
tell you it's like R&B almost.
Yeah, exactly. It is. You're right. And R&B is a lost art.
Oh, dude.
Like, it's a lost art.
I found a song that I recorded when I lived in Dallas when I was on tour with Louis the Singer. I stayed up in this upper room and I would have my laptop and a mic, and I'm not joking, all day. Yeah. I mean, it was a 9 to 5. I'm pumping songs out, bro, left and right. And I found this song the other day, and it's a love song, but it was almost R&B.
Yeah.
And it was like, just worked all week, patiently waiting for the night. About to wash my truck, get these tires shined.
Yeah.
Got my jeans starched, boots on, ready for a crowd. And the girl I'm with, she's about to show out,
Yeah.
And I'm talking about it, and it just takes this turn because I say, but it don't really matter, it's the weekend. My bro's rolling with me on the deep end. Yeah. She asked me if I fuck with her deep ends. It just depends. Cause sometimes I drink too much, and sometimes I'll break your trust. And sometimes I don't give a fuck, But it's just when you listen to it, it's like you're telling her sometimes, like, I test your love, Like, yeah, we're gonna go have a good time, and I do like you. Like, if she's asking if I fuck with it, it just depends, It depends. But I know sometimes I could be annoying, and I could be agitating, and sometimes I don't give a fuck. Sometimes I shouldn't treat you a certain way, but that's why we're human. So I'm working on that with a good friend of mine, and she's gonna sing the other half, and she's talking about like, you never pay attention when I'm talking, and
that's dope, man.
And I'm so tired of all this arguing.
Yeah.
And now she's like, but sometimes I drank too much, and she's saying like she's just human too, and we're both choosing. Hey, sometimes we're both just fuck ups.
I think that's gonna do something, bro. I like that.
Dude, I heard it the other day, and I showed her, and she's like, "That's probably one of the best songs." And I was like, I was a 12-hour drive, dude, from Utah. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go through my music, and I didn't realize how much music I've had recorded, and bro,
that's crazy.
It's
dude.
insane.
It's
bro.
funny how you're country, then you go R&B.
You're gonna have to categorize it by feeling or.
Look at this, bro. I just want y'all to hear it real quick.
Yeah.
Because this is, I mean, 2 years ago. Clearly.
Just worked all week, patiently waiting for the night. About to wash my truck and get this tire shine. Got my jeans starched, boots on, ready for a crowd. And the girl I'm with, she about to show out. But it don't really matter, it's the weekend.
Then I start switching right there. Yeah.
Girls rolling with me on the deep end. She asked me if I fuck with the deep end. It just depends. Because sometimes I break your trust, and sometimes I drink too much, and sometimes I don't give a fuck. Yeah, sometimes I test your love.
It just goes again.
Yeah, man. That's some motherfucking Patch Boys exclusive right there.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Just up there with myself, little mixes here and there. I had to learn a lot, all that, like on my own, bro. But
That's dope, bro.
I'm gonna bring that one back.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like that. I feel like that catches fire with the younger generation for sure, man.
somebody,
It's
yeah.
dope.
and that's kind of what I want to do. Is like don't get me wrong, like bro, I have like regular like country songs.
Yeah.
Like that, but I also want to give something mainstream every now and then. You know what I
For
mean?
sure. Like,
because I mean that's where it's at.
it's necessary. Radio play.
Radio play.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's necessary.
And I have songs, bro, that have amazing meaning. Like we got one called "Diamonds in the Sky" that my boy Eric. I just had the strumming pattern, and he went up there, and he was probably like where you are at, right? And I'm sitting on a tailgate. We're drinking Coors Light at his ranch, and dude, the stars out there. Beautiful, bro. I mean, like you could see the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah.
It's just insane. And he's like, man, look at these diamonds in the sky. And I just looked at him and I was like, what'd you just say? Write that down. You know. But so every time I'm writing a song, I get voice memos and I put it down and I let it record and I just start playing and I'm making mumble jumbo noise, bro. I'm like, no. Damn. He's like, where you're at. He's like, I'm gonna go get some more beer. He starts walking. He gets like to that distance and he's like, da-na-na. He starts fucking freestyling the song. Freestyles the whole thing, bro. And because we just get in this groove, it's like it's almost like worship, bro. It's insane. And he's like, "Did you hear that?" And I was like, "I've been recording it. Like we got it, bro." So we sat down, we broke it down, we wrote a whole song, and dude, I mean, can I show y'all real quick?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. That's what you're here to do.
So this is called "Diamond in the Sky." Morning dew on the grass, got some mud on my tires. Saddle up the boys, I'm about to get wild. About to get wild. I'm at the ranch, tuning my guitar, sipping on whiskey, I'm looking at the stars, just thinking about life. And all my diamonds in the sky. I remember Grandpa told me so. Don't let life pass you by. And always thank Jesus for your diamonds in the sky. Yeah, it's just a little taste of it.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
that sounds good, bro. I like that.
I'm telling you, man, it's just like I feel like this year specifically, especially I should say, it's the big things, man, coming up.
Yeah.
Like for real, I could feel it. It's like I don't know. I've always I've done music for a while, and you get to these points, right? And you know, hey, this is just the next level. This is the next level. This is the next level, and you're not entirely sure like you're there yet. And I don't feel like I'm there yet necessarily, but it's like something's about to break.
Yeah.
Something is, and I don't know what it is, but I could feel it in my bones. Like something great is about to happen this year or the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
So I'm just keeping on, man. That's why I was like, man, I'm gonna do it full time for as long as I can again. Right with the people that I love and start dropping straight up, just dropping straight heat.
And so, when are your plans on dropping the album?
So I'm not gonna do an album right now, man. No. I mean, I'm writing the album, but right now I feel like I'm gonna pick 4 songs from the album. I'm gonna drop them every month, one each month, and each one of those is gonna have a music video. And after those music videos, I'm gonna shoot it up, get the numbers going. Then maybe I'll drop an album.
Yeah.
But the only time I'm dropping an album is when somebody says, "Hey, we're gonna get you on this tour," and not even me headlining, just me opening up for somebody. If I could get on a tour with somebody, dude, I'll drop an album and I'll play the album every show.
Sick.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
So and then I could kind of funnel.
So you got your
through.
plan in place though, so that's good.
Yeah, man, we're just working hard, bro. I'm telling you, sometimes it does get tiring. Sometimes you're like, man, I don't really want to do this right now. I'd rather just chill or do, you know.
Yeah.
that
do
every
something
week
else.
sometimes.
It happens to us, brother.
Yeah.
But it's
But-
hard to stay consistent.
Gotta keep going, man. No
Yeah.
matter what. 1% better every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
let
awesome.
God guide you.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Put trust in
Let
him.
him guide you, man.
I like
But-
that because you put the music in it. Like you put them in your music. Like I heard you sing that same when you said trust in Jesus. When you said it at the when you were in Utah at the
Oh, yeah.
Blue Pig or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I wonder what he was singing. And then I heard it right now. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that sounds really good, bro. But
Yeah.
I did not know what you were singing earlier, man. But that's awesome how you do that. You know.
It's a blessing, and you know, I was talking to some of my friends were writing music, and you know, my thing is, dude, I write really sad music.
Yeah.
Like I write really sad music.
I love
Like,
sad music.
dude.
I'm
I'm
not gonna lie
telling
to
you,
you.
I have songs
Too, bro.
like "Hold My Beer,"
Yeah.
"Better Way," and I actually merge those two together, like when I'm live. But my friend's like, "Bro, you need to do something positive." I'm like, "It's hard, dog."
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot in me that I need to get out. But
Yeah.
when he brought up that line, you know, always thank Jesus for your diamonds in the sky.
Yeah.
And so, what are your diamonds in the sky, man? Like, what is that to you? To me, that's just those moments that sometimes we take for granted, bro. You know, sometimes we take family for granted. Sometimes we take opportunity for granted, and sometimes we feel like we deserve it. Sometimes when we really don't. And it's just by the grace of God that we're all here. So yeah, man, if any way that I can incorporate Jesus and God into my my music or my lifestyle, that's what I'm focusing on now too, man. Like that party lifestyle, it's fun only for a little bit, and then when you realize how many people really don't care about you, how many people would rather see you on you know, drinking and fucked up all the time,
Yeah.
like you're not my friend, because my friend's gonna say, hey bro, slow it down. You're doing too much.
Yeah.
That's not who you are. That's not who you're meant to be.
That's awesome, man. You got a great view on things, you know, especially that young, you know, because I feel like when I was your age,
And you're growing, man.
Yeah, bro.
You're growing. Like
Yeah.
we see the growth. You know what I'm saying? Like you're growing, and you have a different mindset than what you did before. Whenever we saw you,
Yeah.
and yeah, I see big things for you too, brother. Like it's
appreciate it.
great. And of course, you had your surgery.
Yeah.
You all healed up. You still healing up.
I'm still
You-
healing up, man. I'm not high, y'all. I'm
Yeah,
just
no.
red, you know.
Yeah.
We're not smoking. It's
we're
10 a.m.,
It's
damn it.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
Wake and bake. Nah, man. Shout out to Kathy Carpenter, and then Mr. Dwayne. So Kathy Carpenter, she runs the oil patch. Or like from my understanding, she's a founder or co-founder for the Oil Patch Kids. She runs it a lot. And I had an opportunity, thanks to Justin, you know, Underdog Wireline. He got me in at the Stoney LaRue show. And so she even told me herself, she's like, man, I was so nervous because I never heard of you. She's like, and, you know, when you book people out here, it's really hard to trust that. There's a lot of people who have really bad reputations out here. And she's like, when you went out there, I had people telling me, and these are her words, she's like, I had people telling me you were better than Stoney LaRue. You had more energy than him. And I was like, man, that's awesome. Like, nothing to take from Stoney, you know.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was
of
just
course.
like that opportunity. She ended up going to a show at the Hemingway, invited this older gentleman named Dwayne. And, I mean, he just called me over, like, why are you wearing shades? And, you know, I took them off, and I was like, man, I just don't like to make other people uncomfortable. I was like, I'm fine with it because I know, like, man, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, when you grow up and you get used to things, sometimes you have to realize, like, man, those things aren't okay.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I mean, I was always known for that. And I was like, man, there's so much more to me.
Yeah.
You know, and people, oh, the kid with the lazy eye. Oh, that's the kid with the lazy eye. Oh, this kid with the... And he just like, hey, how much does something like that cost? And I was like, I'm not too sure, to be honest, but it's quite a bit, I've heard. And 2 days later, I get a call from Miss Kathy, and she's like, hey, Dwayne's going to pay for your surgery. Just tell us how much it is. And it was shy of like $10,000, dude.
Yeah.
And they just blessed me, paid for the whole thing in full.
That's amazing.
I thought it was one eye, ended up being both. They did 4 muscles on each eye.
Wow.
I can see better now. Like, I feel better. I'm more confident.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just like I feel like people see me now. Like most times people didn't take me serious, and which I like that too, because it was almost like an underdog thing. Like they'd be like, "Oh, this guy."
Then
like
you start singing.
Yeah, I've even had people tell me
light
that
up.
straight up. I've even had people tell me like, "Man, you like treat me bad, treat me like I was lesser of a person."
Yeah,
and I wasn't, and I was confident in who I was, and it's just like, but now that I got it, corrected, it's like all those people running back.
Yeah,
and it's like. Psh, you had your chance, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had your chance. Like, I asked you for an opportunity, and you swept me under the rug. You were embarrassed of me. And now you want to put me everywhere. And you know what? I'm not about that. Because if somebody came to me and they had an issue or they had a cosmetic, defect or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to treat them any different.
Yeah.
We're all just human, dude, And when I see people like that who care about things like that, I immediately get away. So it showed me how to identify those kind of like, oh, you're not wearing this, or oh, you're not, oh, you do this, or you look that way. I'm like, I get it in some senses, like you get your steak fucking raw, like no, that's gross. Like get it medium at least, or you get it well done. You like burnt charcoal, I guess. Like I understand that, but when it comes to like a person. And you're judging them and you don't even know them. That's one of my biggest issues with people.
Something they can't change. It's like you're trying to get somebody to fucking change a shirt. It's not like trying to get somebody to change a shirt.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? People, it's fucking crazy, man. But people
are people.
But the way that I see it is that people that are separated from God. Those are people that are separated from God. Anybody
got to be the light, man.
Exactly. Anybody who takes any word of God seriously or anything like that,
changes
they
your
know.
life.
They know. It doesn't matter if you can be the person that, man, I don't know how to react or whatever. It could be as simple as us, like, man, I don't know how to react. I don't want to. Someone, we know you at this point, right? You've been here before and everything. That doesn't bother me to ask you about your surgery or anything like that.
Agreed.
That don't bother me, and it doesn't bother me. Talking to you even before or now, because it's very simple to me. Like, yo, it's something that
you can't change.
It has nothing, no bearing on this person, on the person.
Exactly.
So
and
it doesn't matter. But people who are so fucking hung up on only the superficial side of the world, and those people, I mean, I don't want to judge anybody or say anything crazy, but the people that do that are. To me, they're not close to God.
Yeah.
Those people are fucking worried about
the wrong thing.
The wrong things. The absolute wrong
I agree.
Things
like you said, if you really take any word of God serious, and you don't even have to know, like, you don't have to be this studious person. It's like, man, I believe it's 2 Corinthians 13. They call it the book of love. And anybody ever asked me, hey, I believe it's second. It might be first. But what they say is that's the chapter of love, man. And love is kind. Love is patient. And so anytime anybody asks me, where do I start in the Bible? I'm like, bro, start there. Because that is a mirror. Yeah. And you have to check yourself daily and say, am I the embodiment of love? Because that's what Jesus is. And how are you going to act like Jesus? You have to love everybody regardless, dude. Regardless if they spit in your face. I mean, they crucified him. And he still was on the cross saying, forgive them. God, don't hold it against them.
Yeah.
So
right.
you
Kindness,
have something.
bro.
You have something like that, and you spread that. That's like right now, bro. That's my biggest goal: is spreading love and positivity.
100%.
Like you said, even if people are separated from God, and dude, I've had some people come up to me and say some of the most rude, and not even just about. I mean, just like in general. Yeah. Just have ugly souls, dude, and they just don't know, and that's what we got to understand. And it's not that we're judging them at all. It's like, hey, man, I was where you were at one point. I mean, I grew up in a cult, dude, for 17 years. Very strict cult that we had to, like, dude, I even speak Hebrew to this day. Like, I know how to do those things because of that place. I'm thankful for it. But there was just some things that were wrong. Yeah. You know what I mean? And my belief in who I thought God was and who I thought Jesus was this. And don't get me wrong, like this judging, this, oh, I'm going to come strike you down. He flipped the tables. He did, but he did it out of love because it's like, I had a dream, dude. Like, just to give some context, I had a dream that, my mother was doing the things I was doing, like just getting drunk and partying all night. And then I remember, like, in the dream, I'm like, what? Huh? You know, and you have this fiery passion, like, no, like, I love that person so much that I don't want to see them doing this. And so people don't understand that's where Jesus was coming from when he flipped those tables. I love you guys so much, and y'all have missed the point.
Yeah.
So even if people spit in your face, even if they kiss you on your forehead, like, whatever it is, you just have to have this grace, this mercy, and say, hey, look, dude, I just want to let you know, Jesus loves you, bro. Yeah. And I don't know what you're going through, because I know whatever the heart is, that's what you speak. Yeah. So if there's something going on in you that you haven't faced, just like I did when I was partying all the time and I was getting so plastered, bro, every day. And I can admit that. And just doing things that weren't me, and understanding, like, man, somebody had told me that God loves you, bro. Jesus loves you. And you're not facing something. And so I started looking inward, and I'm like, I just don't want to accept responsibility for nothing. And so I had to look into myself and fucking just start getting all that stuff out, man. Start pushing it out. The body's a temple.
Yeah.
You know, and I had gained a lot of weight, and I'm still working on it and things like that. But even at that, it's like just putting God first in anything that you do. Yeah. Like if you really love God, bro, like that's why I love being on this podcast, bro. It's like, for like last time we even brought up God. And I feel like if you are a true follower of Christ, as long as you're making the effort and you're saying, hey, God, meet me here where I'm at, because God will meet you. Man, there was times, bro, that I was doing things, and I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you, like, I was just doing drugs that I should not have been doing. And I'm just being vulnerable right now because I feel like somebody needs to hear this.
For sure.
And I was sitting there by myself, and this just wave came over me. And I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? This is not who I am. But in that moment, I called to God in my mess, in my sin. And I was like, God, like, I'm so sorry that I'm destroying myself, because we're created in his image. So it's like we're crucifying them all over again. And I was like, God, I'm so sorry. Like, please forgive me, and I will never do this again. And I never, to this day, I never done it again. That was, you know, a couple years ago. But it's like that love that I felt from him in that moment. People, when you experience that love, that just like somebody's hugging you, and you know that it's going to be okay. Yeah. That's God, bro. Absolutely. And anybody out there, like, if you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like your life's not in the right place, like, don't feel like you have to wait for this perfect moment. There's no such thing as a perfect moment. God will meet you wherever you're at, dude, whenever. Yeah. He's waiting right now. You just have to reach out to him and say, hey, all right, I'm done. I'm tired of this. I can't keep doing this. And anybody out there, I recommend them to read this book. It's from Kyle Ottoman. It's called The End of Me, because the end of me is where Jesus begins. Yeah. When you come to that final conclusion and you're like, okay, I've tried it on my own. Like, and I've had these conversations with God just like this. I'm like, God, I've tried it on my own. I thought I was the guy. I thought I didn't need anybody. I thought I could do it by myself. I can't. So I'm going to put you back where you belong and put you in the center. And I'm so wrong for taking you out of that. But hey, God, please forgive me. Guide me, lead me where you want me to go. Yeah. And then, you know what I've always learned? You face the consequences, obviously, of what you've done. But when you face them, and you face them, bro, you don't run from it. You say, you know what? I did do that. Yep, I did. But my God forgave me, and I really am changing. Yeah. And you really make the effort to change, bro, God will bless you, bro. He will bless you. Even though that hurts for a moment, after that, dude, it's like
Oh, you're right. And
Absolutely.
I think some people think it's like financially too, but sometimes it's just with your family. It's everything. It's your faith. And,
Your emotions.
and I think like what you're saying with that feeling, like you say, it comes to you in all places or all times. Like I felt that in a funeral, man, you know, and I felt that in a church at a funeral. But I mean, it was just a church I had never been to, you know, and that changed me since then. I mean, they spoke to me for like 5 years and then I finally went. But you're right, though. If you read Corinthians like that, like you said, Corinthians is the best part in the Bible. At least you want to get yourself right because everything in there is about sin and your temple, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the lust and the everything we fight, the you know, the desires of the flesh.
It's a manual on what you need to look for and get rid of.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. And when you read Corinthians, that's why you feel that way, right? Like I know when I read it, it just made me like, you know.
I was like,
dude, you know, like, and it made me stop doing a lot of things, especially like using the Lord's name in vain. I used to do that every minute. Like you listen to us at the beginning, saying all the time, bro. And then one day I saw like a reel, and they go, "Well, you want to say your mom's name in vain?" And then I was like, dang, I didn't even think of it like that, bro. Yeah. And then ever since that day, I stopped. And my daughter would always get mad at me, like, why do you say that? And I'm like, I don't know. I just, you know, I was just
habits,
bro. Yeah, bad habits.
That's all it is. And like you said, our emotions too, man. Like I've learned in myself, like even cussing. Like I used to cuss a lot more, and I'm working on it because it's just a bad habit that I gained over the years. And it's okay. Like, you know, it's fine. And as long as you acknowledge that and you're like, man, hey, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. It's not. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "Be ye holy." He doesn't say try to be holy. He doesn't say act holy. He says just be. It's just a choice, and I feel like a lot of times we as people we overcomplicate a choice. Like, well, if I do that, then it's gonna do this, and if I do that, and if this happens, and it's like, no, dude, like, hey, focus. Take it one step at a time. Cross that bridge when you get there. And man, dude, God has just been blessing my life, bro. I'll tell you. And I'm still working on it. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not perfect.
We're all a work in progress.
You know what I mean? But
all of us, yeah.
As long as you understand that God is there, and like you said, the Corinthians, bro.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful way, like you said, a mirror.
Yeah.
And what does Jesus say? He's like, you're talking about the splinter in your friend's eye. And you got a whole tree in your eye. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, hey, you need to fix that. And he's like, look at yourself.
Yeah.
So when I take verses and read things like that, I'm like, hey, Jesus is telling me right now, look at myself. Get myself right. Get myself emotionally stable, mentally stable, work out, or do some kind of activity. Find something that you love to do and chase it.
Yeah.
And that's what fulfills us as humans, bro. That's that missing hole in our heart is to put God first. When you put God first, he's going to plant something in your heart. When he plants that seed in your heart, I mean, all of us, I feel like, have a natural ability to understand this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And everything in life has led you to this moment. Regardless, like, for you guys podcasting, like, you might have not known it, but dude, y'all are great conversationalists. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all guys know how to keep a conversation. And I don't even know if conversationalist is a word. But you guys are really good at keeping it going, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like you went through things in life to get you to that point to do this today. This guitar is a miracle that I have this in my hand right now. Like, my grandpa, this is a 60-year-old guitar.
Yeah.
Maybe older than that. My grandpa traded a bottle of whiskey for this guitar that is only made in Japan. And this one, like, the quality of this company, from what I've heard, has went a little down. But this specific model was made great in Japan.
Yeah.
And they, from what I heard, I talked to a guitar expert not too long ago. He said this is a samurai's guitar. Like, but it's from a long line of things. But my grandpa gave me this guitar, dude. I haven't seen my grandpa in years, you know. And I went to him because he was the only person that I knew that played music.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, grandpa, like, I want to learn guitar. I don't know what it is, but something's drawing me to learn guitar. And he's like, come to the back, I got you. And dude, he always had all kinds of gadgets and gizmos. And he lives in California. He's got a band right now called Los Baby Boomers. Yeah, dude, they just dropped the song. Y'all should check it out. It's on my Facebook.
We'll have to.
Yeah, check it out, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He gives me this first guitar, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. I like to vibe with everything around me. Like, I like to have things that I can connect with. And I just wasn't connecting with this guitar. And I was like, no, do you have anything else? He's like, oh, I got another one. So he takes this tarp off the wall, and I just see this guitar in all its glory. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And he's like, here you go. And I have like, I'm working at Rose's Cafe at the time. And I had like $500 saved up. My dumb ass, bro, I bought a Dodge Rebel at the time. So my whole check was going to pay the truck bill. But I had a little bit saved up. And so I tried giving it to him. He didn't take it. He's like, you know what you could do for me is learn that guitar.
Yeah.
So, 6-7 hours a day, I was doing this. Just like trying to get it. I'm like freaking out, getting mad because I couldn't get the bar chords. I couldn't make my fingers do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And no, dude, it's just a blessing. Like, things really happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to have this guitar, I had somebody offer me $60,000 for this guitar.
Wow.
Straight up. So, a gentleman that I had met at this dive bar in Cristobal, Texas. He's like, dude, I'll give you $60,000 for that guitar right now. He's like, do you even know what you have? I was like, Grandpa's guitar, dude. I'm not selling it. Yeah. In the back of my mind, I'm like,
yeah, no.
Grabbing it tighter, not looking around.
75? Nah. But no, this is priceless to me, man, because of just the story. Like, my grandpa told me it was cold, like it was freezing, and that Japanese guy had the guitar. He's like, strumming, and Grandpa has a bottle of whiskey. You drinking whiskey in the cold, you're gonna get pretty warm.
Yeah.
And that guy's like, man, it's awfully cold. Tell you what, I'll give you this bottle, you give me that guitar, and that's just how it went, dude. And for it to be in my hands right now, I'm like,
just from that,
this is gonna be in the documentary.
It's meant to be.
But that's crazy though. From that, like just from that one thing, you know what I mean? Like now you're singing, playing, and all that stuff.
Dude, and I'm gonna retire this soon. Like, I ended up getting a pickup installed in it. I got everything like fixed on it, but I want to give this to my children one day.
Absolutely, man.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
an heirloom for sure.
Exactly. I want to keep this in such great shape. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'll play it for those special moments like today.
Yeah.
But, like, I want to put it on the shelf. I need to get me a new one. But this is my love. Like, I have a bad day. This is what I go to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Until somebody
It's a
decides
safe
they want
space.
to marry me. Any single females out there? Nah, I can't.
That's cool.
Playing
man.
the matchmaking show, man. Well,
I like the older ones. Nah.
man, it's been an amazing
Oh, yeah, brother.
conversation so far, and I know we definitely want to end it up with a song. If you want to bless us with a song to close it out, you know what I'm saying? So we'll let you tell everybody what song it is, and we'll just kick back and listen, brother.
Man, I'm debating because I got a few.
Yeah.
I can give you a little sadness. I could give you a turned up one.
It's up to you. Feel it out.
So I'm gonna be at Bass and Burnout March 29th. That's next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next week on Saturday, I'm gonna be playing at 12:30. My boy Louis, the singer's gonna be there. Midland's gonna be there. My boys from Lux Solar Solution are gonna be there. Pro Petro's gonna be there. It's gonna be cool, man. All right. Like, here we go. This is called Drank On, and
Let's do it.
this is such a good song for what we're gonna be doing at Bass and Burnout.
Yeah.
Oh, hell with it, I'm out of here. About to find myself another beer or 2 or 10 or whatever. I'll catch an Uber and find some hot mamacitas. See if I can find some 2-for-1 margaritas, cause I sure as hell ain't driving myself home tonight. Well, I'm gonna get my drink on. Somebody turn that Hank on. Shots in the air like I don't care. I'm gonna get my drink on. Tell that DJ to play it on. I'm still getting my swaying on. Honky tonk swagger like it just don't matter. I'm gonna get my drink on, yeah. I'm about to get my drink on. I'm feeling twisted, on a new button up with my Wrangler jeans. I got my new boots, new hat matching. Pull up to wherever you want me to go, baby. But come on over here in my arms and dance with me tonight. We can jump in the neighbor's pool, girl. We can have the time of our life. Well, I'm gonna get my drink on. Somebody turn that Hank on. Shots in the air like I don't care. I'm gonna get my drink on. Tell that DJ to play it on, 'cause I'm still getting my swaying on. Honky tonk swagger like it just don't matter. I'm gonna get my drink on, yeah. I'm about to get my drink on.
Hey man, I love that. I can just sit here and watch you sing, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, at one of these days, if y'all are ever down, have a little mini live concert. All my boys will come out here. We got the drum kits, we got the mics, we got everything, bro. We can literally set it up, have a full live concert.
You know, we've been discussing about when we're gonna do our milestone episode. So, you know, we're hitting 100 pretty soon.
Yeah.
We don't know if it'll be 100 or if it'll be 150 or what, but when we have our milestone episode, for sure, we're going to hit you up.
Let's do it,
for
bro.
sure, brother.
Oh,
for
we'll
sure.
kill it.
Honestly, I just love hearing you sing, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
man.
just-
The
man.
song, it's true, right? The song really, in this atmosphere, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's the personality, the voice,
Yeah.
everything.
I kind of want to crack open a cold one right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like
it's
that.
a hell of a vibe, man. It's a hell of a vibe.
It's a little
man.
early.
So,
I don't know if I can last all day, baby. But
I know. We start now, we'll be done by 5 for
yeah.
sure.
So everybody knows Tomas Christian. He's going to be at the Bass and Burnout March 29th next week, getting down around 12:30 in the afternoon. Y'all want to catch him while you're grabbing some barbecue, man, head out there, man.
Yeah. And one more thing. Also, guys, get your tickets because it's apparently what I've heard is selling out. Also, June 7th, 28th, and 29th. I have a good friend of mine named Chris Steadyhands. He's throwing a tattoo expo, Oil City Tattoo Expo, Odessa, Texas, Ector County Coliseum. Slim Thug's going to be there. I mean, he's not charging anything extra for the tickets. It's all one ticket, dude. $20, you get in and you get the full shebang. They're going to have Indian suspension, midget wrestling, which is pretty cool.
Crazy, yeah.
And body art. So he's a good friend of mine. He just, I was like, man, I'm going to plug that for you just so you can get something out there. But
Dope.
March 29th, Bass and Burnout.
And also, we're gonna have you can get the tickets on your Instagram, right? I'm guessing too, if you need to.
Yeah,
You have the
I'll
link
throw it
there?
up there. I'll throw the link up there today.
Okay.
Yeah, from my understanding, you gotta just go to Horseshoe Arena to that. You can go there, or you can just look up Bass and Burnout.
Well, we'll link it out. You can link it out.
I'm gonna put the links at the bottom descriptions on audio and video, so we'll get it going from there. And I'll put everything out there, man. Honestly, my daughter has surgery next week, but I'm hoping I can make it. If not, we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna be watching you, bro.
Absolutely.
Hey man, prayers to your daughter. Hope everything goes well.
Yeah, I
and
appreciate
if you
it.
can't make it, it's all good, man.
Yeah, hey,
It's gonna be good either way, man.
Man, appreciate it, man. Tomas Christian, everybody,
Tomas
man.
Let's go.
Appreciate
Thank
Hey,
you, brother.
Appreciate you guys.
Guys, just wanted to come out here and say, make sure you hit up Underdog Wireline, man. These guys really know what they're doing. They got it going. I've worked with them personally on the field. I know you've heard me say it 100 times, but it's the truth. So look, they offer emergency shower trailers. They offer lay-down machines. They offer cool-down trailers. They even offer wireline, slick line, braided line, whatever you need. They probably got whatever line that you want, bro. So hit these guys up. Give them a call at this number, and support them like they support us.
This episode is sponsored by Collide. Now, you might remember Fraxat from our previous episode. The man's from Midland, he's a roughneck, and he built a really cool app called Collide. Now, this app is a community app for the oil and gas industry, where you can join forums to ask questions and to share information. Let's say you're looking for a job, you want more money, you want to move up in the industry, look at Collide Jobs. This app features impressive AI tools. It has a very advanced YouTube-like platform, and you can search any topic in energy videos. Look, this app even has an AI bot where you can ask questions and it will answer them instantly. So look, it's free. Sign up now at collide.io.